Hey there, it's Melissa with Summit CFOs, and let me ask you one question and I want you to answer it honestly. If you stopped working tomorrow with no jobs and no bids, no showing up, how long until that money stops coming? A week? A day? If the answer is the money stops when I stop, then I've got bad news for you. You don't own a business, you bought yourself a job, and it's probably the worst paying job you've ever had when you actually do the math. You're not the owner, you're the highest paid employee, and maybe you're not even the highest paid employee. And today I'm going to show you the difference and how to fix it. Here's how you know which one you are. Real owners can walk away for a week, for a month, and the business keeps running and keeps producing, keeps making money without them on the job. You can't take a Tuesday off without 3 phone calls and a job going sideways. That's the tell. If the whole thing falls apart the second you're not there, you don't have a business, you have a very demanding job that you're also somehow paying for out of your own pocket. And I'm not saying that to beat you up. Almost every contractor and home service owner starts here. The problem is most of them never leave that point. They grind for years thinking the next big job is the answer, and they never notice they built a cage instead of a company. Let's talk about your pay. Not what you tell people you make, but what you actually take home. You're the first one there and the last one to leave. You're bidding at night, you're chasing collections on the weekend, you're doing payroll after your kids go to bed. You carry all the risk, you sign for everything, and when a job loses money, it comes out of your check and not anyone else's. Add up every hour you put in, divide your take home by those hours. A lot of business owners find out they're making less per hour than the guy they just hired. You gave yourself the hardest job in the company and the worst pay rate in the company. That's not ownership, that's a trap with your name on the door. There's a climb every contractor goes through. It starts with you doing everything yourself, you are the business, that's normal, and that's stage 1. But there's a leap in the middle that almost nobody talks about. It's the jump from operator to owner. An operator runs the work, an owner runs the business that runs the work. Operators think in jobs. How do I get the next job? How do I finish this job? Owners think in systems. How do I build a business that produces jobs whether I'm standing there or not? That leap is scary because for your whole career, being on the tools was the value. You were the best guy in the field, so stepping back feels like the wheels are going to come off. But you can't climb any higher while you're still the one holding the ladder. At some point, you either become the owner or you stay the highest paid employee forever. Here's what changes when you make that leap, and it's got nothing to do with working harder. You already work plenty hard. Owners know their numbers now, not at tax time, not I think we did okay this year. Every single week, they know what came in, what went out, what each job actually made, and where the money's leaking. Because here's the thing. You can't step off the job if you don't trust the business without you. And you can't trust it if you're flying blind on the money. The numbers are what let you let go. An owner can look at a report and know a job's bleeding before it's finished. An operator finds out when the account's empty and wonders what just happened. That's the real difference between the guy who's chained to the work and the guy who owns something. One's guessing and the other one knows. And knowing is what buys you your freedom back. So how do you actually get out of the highest paid employee seat? You don't do it all at once. You start here. First, you get your numbers in front of you weekly, not yearly. You cannot manage what you can't see. This is step 1 and everybody skips it. Second, find the one thing only you can do and start handing off everything else. You don't need to be on every job. You need to build the thing that puts crews on jobs. Third, start job costing for real. Know which jobs make money and which ones just keep you busy. Busy is not the goal. Profitable is the goal. None of this happens overnight, but every contractor and home service owner who ever climbed out of that trap started by doing one thing. They stopped guessing and started knowing their numbers. Everything else is built on that. You built the crew, you built the reputation. Now build the business that doesn't need you in the field to survive. While you're on the job site, we're on the books, making sure the numbers measure up. Have a beautiful day.